I think you figured it out by now. The problem is in that voters register. Chebukati knows it. IEBC know it. The main political parties know it. The government know it. The problem is in that voters register. Why does it have to take KPMG to come and tell Chebukati to remove those 246 dead voters from the register? Is it that Chebukati doesn't have access to the records? It is that he doesn't have staff to do that. Is it that he doesn't have office or money to actually just strike out 246,000 dead voters from a register? Does it have to take KPMG to come and tell Chebukati and IEBC that so-and-so has been registered twice? Actually, you can even do it on an Excel sheet, easily. But he's not going to do it. He said that even some people are fake, they are not registered with the required documents. It must be something to do with that register. There's something about that register that we really don't know. There's a problem with that register. Right now, actually, 6 parties have gone to court, plus now there's me, a candidate, to contest this thing. Every time we'll be contesting that same register. Why is it that it has to be like a secret, given to people 42 days to elections, that the register this time around will not be manual or hybrid, but it will be automated, or it will be an electronic register? By the way, where is that electronic register hosted? Is it that each of the 46,000 polling stations have all the voters in the country? Or do those kids that carry that information at a polling station only have voters from that particular polling station? Chebukati hasn't said it until somebody probably goes to court, because it appears that they actually operate IEBC from court rulings. They have to go get interpretation from the court on what they're supposed to do. What is the problem? What is in that voters register? They know it. We don't. But it's something to do with that register. Let's get down to facts. In this country, voting is manual. It's actually, to me, it's 100% manual. You go pick a ballot paper, check the people you want to vote for, dip it in a manual box. Manual paper, manual box. After people have voted, the ballots are removed manually and counted one by one, and written on those forms, CG from this C, CG from that K, CG from what, and sent to IEBC. That sounds manual to me. It sounds quite manual. It's just manual. I mean, I don't know how else to say manual. The only thing probably that uses some kind of, gadget is to identify that you are a registered voter with your name in that register. So they use your biometrics, and then it calls for your photo or your ID number to confirm that you are among the 22 million people who have been registered this year as voters. That is the only thing. Do you need 4G network coverage, 3G, half G, no G for that to identify a voter? You can even use an ID, for heaven's sake. The ID number will tell you clearly. In any case, if this thing for identifying voter fails, I know they've said you have 10 fingers. We know that. What will they do if it fails? You are relying on SIM card technology to conduct an election. That thing is too slow. It doesn't work. It's archaic. It's out of time. SIM card technology cannot work, especially when you have heavy data, like you're pulling out biometric photos and whatever. It will be as slow as a 19th century train. So the only thing that a gadget is used is when you're identifying the voter. And then the other thing is, after they've been manually counted, manually written and everything, you write them in those forms and transmit, the so-called transmit, to Chebukati at the bombers of Kenya. That is what they call transmission. Servers, what? Big deal, big name, nothing. The process is manual. What is in that voters register? Is it that this voters register is carrying people who are even beyond the number that they are telling us? You see, right now the contest is by parties. They don't know, given that KPMG was there, I believe. They don't know if what KPMG did will affect one party, Kenya Kwanza, or the Azimio. You know, I think that is the worry that is there. Because of that voters register. It's in the voters register. I can assure you that. What is in that voters register that we don't know? By the way, it's hosted, I don't know, it's hosted where, by who? How are you sure that that electronic register is checked and those voters are actually, how are you sure that it's intact? It's something to do with the voters register. Chebukati knows it. RAILA knows it. Ruto knows it. Maybe Wajakoya and the other guy do not know it. But it has to do with that register. Fix that register of IEBC. Fix the register. If it means actually tearing it apart and registering people afresh using new technology and everything, do it. Fix the register. Fix the voters register in Kenya. And you'll have smooth elections ever moving forward. It's in that voters register. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to Talk to Africa. My name is George.